Creating an order for stock business in Oasis is pretty easy. Just begin by selecting the order section inside of Oasis. Now note, before going any further, if this is a project purchase order, please don't do it this way. Please convert the project to an order, and that'll enable other features within the system that are disabled using just a stock order like this. First thing I like to do is go ahead and search for the PO number, or whatever your actual PO number is, and hit enter. Didn't find anything, so I'm confident it's not already in the system. Then, since this will be a commissioned PO, I'll go ahead and click on that. It's a fully released order, and then I just key in the factory and the customer that I need. So Fundamental Lighting is who I'm working with right now, and then the customer is All Around Lighting Supply. Now actually you can go in and select the individual that you're working with as well, and I prefer that actually because it opens up other abilities to send emails to that individual through Oasis. And then put in the PO number. Anything else you need to identify the project. So the project name, again, if this is a project, convert the project to an order and that'll take care of it. But this is just for something like Joe's Garage. And this isn't a project PO, so I'll just simply say no. The only way to explain stamp is to simply show it. LotNet billing, ship together, end user PO, or any of the others. As far as freight type, you can add your own freight types in here as well. And freight allowance, whether it's freight allowed, prepaid, and add automatically. Freight account is necessary, and then the manufacturer's quote. Don't forget to add in the sales count, who actually gets credit for this PO when it comes to commissioning down the road. This is inside your company. And then anything you need for reporting as far as the search keys or specifiers. Then go into the next tab. This is where the bill of material is. So I'll add in quantity of 10. Notice it already selected a release quantity of 10 as well, basically instructing the factory to ship everything right now. Since this is a stock order, there isn't a fixture type. I'll leave the factory as Fundamental Lighting. If this is a multi-brand factory, I could change that as necessary. And then I just add in the product that I need to order. Now, if this actually had an active price list, we'd have had a drop down and it would have priced everything through. Since it does not, then I have to hand key everything in the system. Okay, now one thing to note, this is a basic system. It doesn't have very much setup in there. If you do not have your commission rates or your overage percentage is showing up automatically, that's a setup element you can place inside the manufacturer settings inside of Oasis, and it fills in all this information for you. You don't have to key it each time. So since I don't have any overage on this, I'll leave it as is. Sell price is the sell price, and just keep going. Now I have nothing else on this order. I'm just going to leave it for this one item and go to the addresses tab. And here we have a sold to, bill to, which you cannot change, and then a ship to. This is basically the standard sold to, bill to information. And the ship to just change to wherever you want to have this drop shipped. For this particular example, I'm just going to leave it as it is now. Now markings here, I'll say mark. Okay. Now, if you do key information like this fairly regular, there is a trick. You can click on the plus sign and add in your own little short description. So PO number. And now you have a little quick clip. I'll add that in. And now I don't have to key that ever again. I just simply click on the little drop down and click on PO number and it pops in. Anywhere in the system you see the plus sign with a little drop down, it's the same way. And then call ahead, call Bob. Okay, and we also do have an alternate address. I'll skip that for right now, and that's mostly everything you need. However, you can go to the external notes tab, add in remarks. It's not used very much, but the notes are usually trying to describe how you want this to be processed. So this is basically talking to your customer service person at the factory. Okay, not your customer, but this is trying to instruct your CSR there to do something special as far as building it or some other item like that. Now, shipping instructions are similar. This is actually trying to instruct the factory to do something special as far as packaging or shipping the product. So, shrink wrap. Okay, so I need to shrink wrap my, whatever the boxes are, just shrink wrap them together. At this point, I'm ready to print it. Let me go ahead and go with send message, because what send message allows me to do is send this straight to the factory. And by default, it will try to send this to a customer copy as well. I'll show that to you here in a second, just for completeness. All right, so what it has done is it's created, not sent, two different POs or two different versions of this same PO. And again, resize this to make it look as good as you want on your system. This is kind of a small little demo system here. So the first one is going to go to Fundamental Lighting. The second one will go to Harry Green. This is my customer, and I can send him basically, hey, thank you for your business type scenario. And the whole goal here is if you see something you don't like, click it. So I could go back and say lot price, which will take away the unit pricing here. But for right now, I'm happy with the way this looks. It has basically my sold to, my shipped to, my billed to, account number for my customer. Everything else is filled in as normal. My commissions, totals, the CSR, shrink wrap instructions. Now the next thing I could do if I need to is I can add an attachment. So as soon as I click attachments, this allows me to go and if I'd pulled in the customer copy of the PO into my attachments, I could click on it. Otherwise I can go select file, go to my desktop and pull it in there and just add it to my email that I'm about to send out. I do not have to do that with this factory, so I'll leave that as is. Everything else looks good. And I do not have a factory set up with a default email address. And there is a way of doing that so I don't have to hand key the email address for the individual that I'm sending this to. So I'll just send it to myself for right now. And that's it. We've sent our first order. And since that's been sent, I can click right down on Harry as well. And since he's all set up and ready to go, I send him a customer copy. It does not have any of my commissioning or other information that I've identified here. We will show some of the information as far as shipping goes because we're trying to make sure everyone's on the same page as far as shipping details here. And all I will do is send that over to Harry as well. What that did is it actually added emails to my attachments so I can see everything that's in there. I can open up any one of them just by double clicking on it. And sure enough, there's my stamp, which I forgot to identify earlier, and all the rest of the PO as I sent it over. Each one of the emails is in here as well, so I can see exactly what I sent to my customer, and I can see exactly what I sent over to my manufacturer. And that is creating a stock order inside of a Waze.